All right, so welcome again to the schoolboy football, the Jamaican schoolboy football program. We are back again. Back again. All right, so hopefully everyone is doing fine. We had a few games today, and definitely you'd say these were some entertaining games. Um, we saw a penalty shootout. I'm like, I at one point I thought even the keepers were going to kick. But we will get into all of those things. In the meantime, what I want you guys to do, take that 10 seconds to smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell. Make sure that you share this video at least one of your football groups. I know most of you guys are a part of some form of football groups. So we had a few games to look at today, and pretty much some good games. The tempo was not that high, but well, Mona really turned out with a banger. And as you know, I actually thought Katie would have done a lot better than what they did. But that is just football. That is definitely just how football is at the moment. But hats off to the teams that played today. They got stuck in. And we saw some good football. We saw some very good football. Mona High turn up with a good performance. St.Catherine High turn up with a good performance as well. So did Excelsior. Other than the penalty shootout, where I thought the penalty shootout was pretty much dismal. Very, 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 very poor. But in all aspects, I do believe that these things are at the moment are being seen. So let me bring up this page, the schoolboy football page. Big up Michael Smart up. Boss King said, big Miss School big. Boss King, we can tell you this. When me see catching dash first penalty, me said, oh my word. Me looking at me see the captain step up, and I said, all right. The captain has step up, leading by example. Captain Dash was just the same. Michael Smart said Clarendon will win tomorrow. The KTHS faded away. The KTH, yeah, the Kingston Technical. Big up Maxine. Kingston Technical just fade away, just like that, just fade. I mean, I tell her, I'm being honest. I pretty much expected a better performance from KTH. I am definitely being honest. I expected a bigger performance from them. So we will start off by running through the first game. We will definitely start off by running through the first game. 2 games played today. 2 games I would say most people would have enjoyed. Most people would have enjoyed those games, I believe. All right, so let's divulge into the first one. Where we had Mona smashing Katie 5 goals to nil. One in which I did not expect, and I am being honest. Let me see something. Tina, come in. All right, so let's get into it. So we had a pretty much an intense game we had a pretty much an intense game from Mona versus KT. The quality was quite good. We expect what we saw today from KT was what most of us would have expected to happen. The high press, the transitional football, not allowing KT to get any time and space on the ball. So it's basically what we would expect to see from this KT team. In all aspect, there I still believe that KT could have lifted up themselves just a little bit more in regards to the defensive aspect of their game. Quite so often I saw Mona putting the ball through to channels, all through the channels, and definitely pulling the defense apart. In which I think that KT should have identified that from early on in the game. Lovely game from Mona. Game plan was well setted, and they got the result. They did get the result, and you have to commend them in doing so. They worked tremendously hard, and they got the result from it. Let me see. So you can see right there when they scored it, I think this was the first goal. They all went over to the coach, Mr. Butler, all huddling in one. So this is showing that when they were 2-0 up, this is showing that they have maximum faith in the coach, which is quite good, which is very, very good. And at halftime, as you can see, it was still 2-0 at halftime. At this point in time, I think KT would have seen themselves looking into defeat at halftime. And I'm being honest, I think that KT just look possibly a shell of themselves. I do believe that they could have done a lot better. I do honestly believe that KT could have done a lot better. Let me see, just running through some of these videos.
No, man kick it like a squad kick. No,
Poor
man
delivery.
kick it like a squad kick.
So, well, a few people in the comment section. Maxine said, big up military. Evan Bryan said, what time Kleinland a play? Ooh, I didn't check the time. I would assume maybe about 3 o'clock. I didn't check the time. My apologies. I'm going to check the time. I didn't check the time. My sincere apologies, people. I didn't check the time at all. Yes, it's 3 p.m. 3 p.m. That game is 3 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be running through that game in the next coming minutes. Michael Smart said KTH faded and they reached a quarterfinal rounds facing the big boys. Michael Smart also said, but I believe St. Catherine will beat Mona High. Now, one thing St. Catherine is coming to this final with is the mere fact that they were the last team that won the final. They have the know-how. They have the know-how about this final, and I think that would prove something that they know how to get it over the line. So having the know-how is a big factor. All right, so this now is the next game on the St. Catherine getting their legs warm. Excelsior getting themselves on the spot, some spot kicks. dead ball, roll away. It's just something to keep the legs fresh, I would say. So they kicked off in the first half, St. Catherine versus Excelsior. Pretty much high tempo. I kind of like the tempo. Jay said Mona should have at least scored 7 today. Katie, it was lucky. I think that's a part of football. Lucky is just a part of football. Patasken Media said blessings. Big up Patasken. Thanks for coming in again. Coming again. Okay, so let me run through it again. So at halftime, as you know, it was 1-0 in favor of Excelsior. Pretty much a good first half by Excelsior, but I thought that the game, for some reason I didn't see the level of intensity that I would want to see from both teams in the first half. I just didn't find that. As the game go on, both teams grew into the game. We started to see a bit more quality. We started to see a little bit more quality in the games. We started, as the game progressed, we started to see a little bit more quality going forward, a bit more control in the game. I would assume that is because of the fact that the tempo kind of toned down a bit. High energies have blown, the high energies have blown off. So I assume that could be the good reason. So that I believe is a big factor as well. But the game jogged on. The game really, really jogged on. Go straight into the penalties, in which I think it would. I would say the penalties would be a fair share of the game. The game was literally equal throughout. Both teams canceling out each other. Then it went into the penalties, where I thought that the penalty kicks were pretty much poor. Were very, very poor. The 3 penalties that score, they just have to hit them straight down the center. Just hit them straight down the center. Like short, just going for some form of shorty by just heading straight down the center. What else I saw from the game? There's not much things happen. I think that's the winning penalty. That is the winning penalty. So, as you can see, that is what the final will be looking like. Basking said, military. You know, say, I may call my coach and tell him, say, we play over the top, and people are talking about catching can't attack Excelsior. I wouldn't say that. Catching. What Excelsior is a very good attacking team, but they also leak a lot of goals. So I think that is something that they need to work on. Big up Riches and Royalty Sports. Massive respect. Thank you very much for tuning in. I think that's a big factor in football in regards to attacking team. When you are playing against a team that is literally better than you, most of the time that they will force you back into your own half. It is up to you, when you do have the ball, to be very, very fearless. To be fearless and strike when you can. Be fearless and strike when you can. I think that's it. Because some of the time you're going to play, you will be playing against teams that are just naturally better than you. So Mona 5, KT 0. Mona is through to the finals. We have Excelsior 1, St. Catherine 1. and Catherine winning the penalties 2-1. And St. Catherine is back into the finals of the Walker Cup. Huge. I think that is huge. That is big. That is big. So we're going to have a look on the next game, the big game for tomorrow. Guzi said poor penalties. Yes, pretty much. Very, very poor penalties. I would have to agree. Champions Cup. So we're going to look at the big game that we have for tomorrow. Big game for tomorrow. So I did an interview. You guys should look out for that interview. I'm going to try and drop that interview tomorrow. I did an interview with the Dinthill technical right back. He won't be available for tomorrow though. He won't be available for tomorrow due to injuries. I did an interview with Dinthill technical right back, and I spoke to him about, and I asked him about the defense, the organization of the defense. What is it that makes that defense so solid? And he said that what the coach did was basically let them bond together. Wherever they're going, it's the five of them: keeper, right back, left back, and both centre back. If they're going to have lunch, it's the five of them. They're going to class, five of them going to class at the same place, same study area, not necessarily the same class, but the same study area. If they're just going to walk out the campus, five of them. So that is what they did to have that bond. And definitely, I'll be dropping that video tomorrow. Also, I'll be trying to get an interview with the two centre backs. As you know, both of them are two very, very good players. And I will also be getting an interview with the keeper. So you guys can look out for those videos dropping quite soon, and we will get involved into the youths, because I think it's imperative that we kind of highlight the youths and put a foot forward because of the youths. It's important that we do so. So let's look at this game now. We have Dinthill versus Kleinland. Huge game for tomorrow. Huge, massive game for tomorrow. Big game for tomorrow. And I think that the time has come where Dinthill has to win this Champions Cup. It's a must. Dinthill must win it. This is a must win for Dinthill. A must win. Not only that I want them to win it, but I think that they have put themselves in a position where they have to win at least this. It can't be said that they walk through. It can't be said that they walk through the entire Dakar Cup and drop out in a semi-finals and still go in a Champions Cup, go straight to finals and get none. Both Dinthill and Kleinland are in similar position. Very, very much similar position. And I think the time has come where one of them have to walk away with something. But for me, I am looking forward to see Dinthill take something from this game. So in the quarterfinals, we have Dinthill facing off against Stats. We have Kleinland facing off against Charlie Smith. That is the first game. Good game. Dinthill demolishing Stats 5-1. Then we have Kleinland defeating Charlie Smith 2-1. And definitely that Charlie Smith game was actually one in which a major controversial penalty in that one. So then we saw where Dinthill faced off against Jamaica College and Kleinland facing off against Kingston College. Both teams, Jamaica College and Kingston College, doing very, very well in the Manning Cup. As you know, both of them went into the Manning Cup final, are into the Manning Cup final right at this moment. So that is telling us that they are the better teams in Manning Cup, basically. So you could actually say that if Dinthill and Kleinland was in the Manning Cup, they would have done pretty much well. I would agree. They would have done really, really well. So Dinthill faced off against Jamaica College. Game finished 0-0. A hard, gritty performance by both teams. and then it went to penalty where we saw Dinthill walking away victorious in the penalty shootout, and Jamaica College holding on their heads. So then we have Kingston College versus Kleinland College, where we had Kleinland College dominating possession early out. Kingston College starting off a bit iffy. Then both teams grew into the game. We had a balance of play, just swinging in both directions throughout the game. And in the latter stage, the last 10 minutes of the game or so, we saw where Kleinland College just took it up a notch, just a notch. And Kleinland College actually, just by taking it up a notch, got 2 goals. First goal, I believe that the defenders made a minor error. Player took up the ball, B1, B2, and then now the keeper at the final stage made a major error. And then now that game finished Kleinland College 2 and Kingston College 0. And that's just and that is how the game went on for both of them. And that is how the game went on. Now, both teams now in the finals. Both teams are now in the finals and looking to very much I am expecting a combative finals, very aggressive. 2 teams coming to play proper football. Dinthill play a bit more of a defensive style. Kleinland College play a more attacking style. They do play with a high line, and as we saw from how Dinthill played against Mannings play attacking football as well with an high line, and Dinthill exposed them. Didn't capitalize on the chances that they create, but they really exposed Mannings. And I believe that even in the same sense, if Kleinland College come with the same highlight, I think that they will be exposed just the same. No, Dinthill it can't be a case in which Dinthill believe that they can sit back and rely on their defensive structure to overthrow this Kleinland College team, because what this Kleinland College team have over Mannings is a more lethal team, front players, and also midfielders who can literally pull the defense apart despite the structure being really good. But in all aspects, I do believe that this is going to be a very good final, a final of good football. And I'm looking to do a watch along for this final, people. So by tomorrow morning, you'll see if I'm really going forward with it. I'll put up the watch along tomorrow morning, because I'm really thinking about doing that watch along for the game, because I do think that it is a massive game and it does deserve a watch along. So you guys can look out for that. All right, so the regular panelists are not on this evening, so but definitely tomorrow we will have them on tomorrow after for the review of the Dinthill winning the Champions Cup, hopefully. But it is game of football. Both teams are going there to play some proper football and trying to win that game. So we are going to close off now, people. I'm glad to have you guys on the show. This is a short show tonight, and hopefully you guys are doing quite fine. And I will see you again. And military going at watch out. At the Jamaican Schoolboy Football Program, people. We'll see you guys again. Hopefully everyone is doing good, and we are out.